What's going on, my YouTube family? Hello. This is your girl. It is 1:18 in the morning, May 24th, 20 and some 20. I was coming on because I just wanted to holler at you guys, okay? Okay. No, really, I follow this guy named Ralph Smart. Been following him for a while. I believe his channel is called Infinite Waters. Anyway, he thinks like I think. But he said something on his last video that said, "Are you 100% yourself?" And then he was saying that when he comes on YouTube, he doesn't come on YouTube for likes or nothing like that. He said he's been himself from the beginning. He's already got a gold YouTube award. And I started laughing because I said, when I said that to people, people thought I was lying. I'm just going to be true to me. That's all I know how to do, guys. Just be true to who I am. Come on here and hope I say something that makes people think, helps people out, make them laugh, even make them cry. It just depends on where you are in your life and what is being said, okay? So it's just great to hear that uh, when you're true to yourself, everything works itself out, okay? Now, I wanted to say, so I was going to tell y'all a story. Um, how can I start this story off? Let's see. Okay, so there was a song that was playing today, and it brought back some memories, okay? Some of the memories that I have with different songs actually is tied up in when I was being, molested, have in an ancestral relationship and everything, or when I was at my lowest point in some aspects of my life. But also, it was some good times too, okay? So here's the thing. I was telling somebody about my cousin, the one that I actually have a child by, and I was saying that it was funny because the same one who caused me most of my problems, that started molesting me and having incest with me and things like that when I was younger, was also the one who fought for me, protected me. Um, you know, I didn't have to be Superwoman. I mean, sorry, because I don't like Superwoman. I didn't have to be Wonder Woman around him because he took up the slack. And it's funny how the one that hurts you is also the one that helps you. Now, that'll preach, okay? Think about it. Most of us have people in our life that we can, if we track the history back, they are the ones who caused us our most pain, or inflicted the most disappointment on us, or brought us the most hurt. But then when you flip it, they're also the one who stood beside us or fought for us when we couldn't fight or defend ourselves. And that's where the road gets, oh, that's where the water gets a little muddy. Because how do you cut off one and save the other? How do I let go of the thing that hurts me when it's also the thing that protects me? Good question. So in that case, what I had to do is realize that the hurt that I had, I wouldn't have never had that had this person not entered into that space into my life and at that time. So even though they're fighting for me, or helping me, or protecting me, they're not doing anything that anybody else wouldn't do if given the chance. You can't be my hero and my villain at the same time. You can't love me and hate me at the same time. Okay? I've met a lot of people who the same things that they love about me, they also hate. Well, you got to pick a struggle. You either love me and accept me for who I am, or you bounce. So, like I said, a lot of us, we don't know how to distinguish between the two. This is my thing. And I know this is old school, but if you write on a piece of paper all the good qualities that a person has, and you write on the other side all the bad qualities a person has, whichever one, I'm sorry, I'm yawning, whichever one outweighs the other, then you know which way you go. Now, if it so happens to be equal, that's not possible. That means somewhere in your thinking or in your writing down, you have not been totally honest. See, in order for us to be different, to have better, um, to to use our past to step on, we have to admit that there was an issue. There is an issue if it's still a present thing, and we have to go from there. So I had to first. Okay, so I always talk about. I don't really get into how bad my temper was. Y'all, my temper was so bad. I got locked up because of my temper. Okay, I was on the watch because of my temper. Okay, that's why I'm incarceration. My dad was so afraid that I was going to kill somebody that I'm sorry, I'm yawning again, y'all. I don't want to yawn here. My dad was so afraid I was going to kill somebody because my temper was so bad that, how can I say this? He kind of showed me some things. What if syndrome? Like, you mad, and if you do X, Y, and Z, this is what the outcome is going to be. Like, he would literally show me. Um, he talked to me about the morgue, and things like that. He was like, whenever you're that angry and you're upset, it means you have no control over you. Should nobody have no control over you but the man upstairs? And if you're this angry and you're this upset, not even he has control over you. And that's bad when God don't have control over you. So you either get control or somebody else gonna get it for you. And you're not gonna like how it looks when somebody else has control. And me being the person that I am, that, I dance to my own drum. Like I said, I'm my own person. Either you like me or you don't. It's up to you, but I'm going to be me. I knew I didn't want nobody pulling my card and making me jump through hoops and making me dance and making me, no. So I had to start stepping back and realizing not everything is a fight. Not everything is an argument. It's okay to let people win. If you know who you are, you don't have to convince people of who you are. That's a dumb argument. I'm trying to convince you I am who I say I am. For what? For why? You don't care. Not for real. You just want to have something to talk about. So let me shut you up. Okay. And that's my philosophy. When people go in and they try to do all that, I go, oh, okay. Now if you argue or you go back and forth or you debate, you're debating by your dang self because I done settled it. Okay. I know who I am. And it's not what you answer. It's not what people say about you. It's what you answer to. You may not ever think that I'm this 5'2" fine, almost 50-year-old woman with 9 kids, been married 22 years, with my husband 25 years, with 8 grandbabies, with a doctorate degree, so on and so on. But I know who I am. Why would I argue with you over it? You might say, oh, all you ever did was worked at McDonald's or Burger King, or wherever the one you might put me at. Okay. See, my granddaddy said, I don't care if you're a trash tipper. That's what he called garbage people. Be the best trash tipper they ever seen. So that's how I grew up. Whatever I was the best at it. So if you call me a hoe, I was the best one you seen. See, if you call me a stripper, which everybody know I did that, I was the best one you knew. Not only the best one, I was the boss one because I controlled my money. I controlled my dates, and I controlled me. So, see, a lot of times it doesn't matter what people say, it just matters what you answer to. If you're not ashamed, or if you're not honest, let's say it like that, about who you were, who you are, and who you're trying to be, then when people say something about you, it crushes you. And you use your time in your life to try to defend who you are. But when you know who you are, you know who you were, and you know where you're going, it matters not what people say about you. You know, because I've had some people say, ooh, child, you had all them kids, honey. I know what you was doing. You absolutely right. I was screwing. I was screwing and ended up having kids. It don't mean you didn't screw. So come again. You just didn't get caught. Most of y'all have had a lot of abortions. Them babies never came here. They went back to heaven. You see what I did because my kids is here. Now, if I didn't have any kids, I could fool everybody and say, I'm still a virgin. Why? There's no evidence that I ever had sex. See what I'm saying? So sometimes people are legends in their own mind. Okay? They try to make you feel bad because they can't stand the decisions that they made. So I'm going to tell y'all about something that happened to me. Several things happened to me, and y'all know that, but I've been telling y'all different things. So you all know that I've been pregnant 10 times. Well, I had a miscarriage, and I was at work. I worked for the government at the time. So I was at work and just kept feeling like, ugh. So I went to the bathroom. When I went to the bathroom, something round hit in the toilet. It was like a glob or something that said bloop. Okay. So I didn't have anything to scoop it out. I really didn't even think about that. But I said, oh my goodness, I'm having a miscarriage. So they got my supervisor. Um, they called. No, somebody said, I'll take her because by the time the ambulance get here, it won't be no good. So somebody from work took me to uh, my doctor's office, okay? So my doctor wasn't there, but the person who, they were co-doctors in this office, he was there. So he said, come on back, I'm going to give you an exam. So he put me up on the table to give me an exam. And he was like, well, we're going to take you and get an ultrasound done, and then you coming back over here. So they took me, had an ultrasound, everything. And they was saying, because they can't tell you what they find on the ultrasound, okay? The radiologist can't. So they pushed me back over to my doctor's, and when he read them, he said, okay. He said, well, you did have a miscarriage. And I said, oh my goodness. I said, okay. So of course, a tear fell, but y'all, I wasn't ready for another child. I just didn't believe in abortions. That's me, my platform, my words, my beliefs. And so I was like, okay, God heard that prayer. He knew I wasn't ready, but he'll send the baby back when I'm ready. And that's exactly what he did. But anyway, to stay focused on this, so he said, well, what I'm going to do is perform a DNC while you here. Now, y'all, I didn't know what a DNC was, okay? And I said, okay. So they got everything prepped. It was this room that they took me in. It actually looked like a delivery room, okay? So I went in there and got up on the table because, I had to get undressed and stuff. Put the robe on, got up on the table, put my foot in the stirrups and all this and stuff. And he said, you're going to feel little pinches, okay? And I'm like, okay, I can deal with that, little pinches. Cool. Y'all, I got up on the table. This man began to perform the DNC on me. When I tell y'all it hurt me so bad, oh my goodness, the DNC hurt, okay? It was over. I was in so much pain. So my godmother told my husband, you don't have to go get her. I'm going to go get her, and you just pick her up from my house. Okay. We got in the car and she's driving. She's like, "You are still in pain. What, I know miscarriages are painful and blah, blah, blah." And all this stuff. She said, "They ain't give you no pain medicine." I said, "No." She said, "What did they do?" I said, "Well, he did something called a DNC." She stopped that car and I shook. I was like, "Oh." She said, "Oh, baby, I'm sorry." She said, "He did what on you?" I said, "A DNC." She said, "Did he give you any type of anesthesia?" I said, "No." She said, "Wait a minute. Hold on." Then she pulled over. She said, "He did a DNC on you." I said, "Yeah." She said, "He didn't give you no anesthesia, no pain pill." I said, "No." And she just stared at me. She said, "Okay, a DNC is when they scrape your womb and vacuum fragments of the baby out of your womb. It's like having an abortion. The knife on the end of it scrapes your womb, honey." She said it gets the cells and all that so you won't get infection and die. And it shoots it in that little spongy thing up in that little machine. I said, "Well, he told me it would be little pinches." She said, "Pinches? Hell." I said, "I know, 'cause I'm hurting." I said, "I was hurting in there." I said, "I was crying." I was like, "Oh." She said, "He didn't get." I said, "No." She said, "That's a lawsuit. He's supposed to give you anesthesia or pain pill, something. He ain't just supposed to go up in your womb like that. You just had a miscarriage and scrape your womb with a knife and not give you nothing." She said, "Was a nurse in there?" I said, "No, just me and him." She said, "What?" Oh my goodness, y'all. She was screaming. I said, "No, it was just me and him." Yeah, I didn't know. I did not know. But I was supposed to have anesthesia, even if it was local, or some type of pain med by mouth or something, and a nurse in there while he did a DNC on me. Whew, y'all. So, yeah, I lost my baby at work, and um, like I said, I wasn't thinking to dig down in there and get it, or whatever. My mind didn't go there because I didn't know what dropped. But yeah, I had a DNC performed on me with no anesthesia, no pain medicine, in the doctor's office. Like I said, the office was set up. This particular part of the office was set up like a OR, like if you were about to deliver a baby or something like that. And I didn't even know that that door existed. And I had been going to them since I was 15. So, that being said, sometimes when we don't know, it can be more detrimental to us than if we do. And I didn't know what I was supposed to have with that procedure. Just like some people have made decisions and did things on the level you were on. You didn't know no better. So stop letting people beat you over the head, crucify you for decisions you made when you didn't know no better. When you do know better, it's different. But if you don't know any better, honey, bye. Because the decisions I made in my earlier life is not what I would honestly do right now. Most of the time, the decisions I made them right then, for right then, because I had to make it. It was do or die. Boom. I didn't see no other way. But now, me being older and wiser, I would have probably dealt with some things just a tad bit different. Not all the way, because I'm still who I am. But just because when you know better, you're supposed to do better. You know. So that's why I don't have a 10th child. Now, I say I have 10 kids because my husband has a daughter before he met me. So, we have 10 kids and we have 10 grandkids. Okay? But as far as 10 coming from me, that's why I only have 9. It's because I actually had a miscarriage. So, but like I said, I don't knock anybody for what they do. You know, abortion was not for me. So that's why I had my kids. You know, it is what it is. So, that being said, I just want to come on and encourage everybody to be who you are. I can only be the best me I can be. I don't want to be nobody else. I love me. I like me. All plus size of me. Now, yes, I am going through a transition where my body's becoming healthier, okay? And that's what I want. And I'm becoming smaller. I don't want to be real small, but I do want to be out of the digits to where I don't have to take medicine anymore. That's no fun, okay? I want to be able to walk again, like without hurting myself and things like that. So, yes, if that means I have to get a little smaller, then that's what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. That's my focus. You know, the inward man is good. So now it's time for the inward to shine outward and get my outward man on the same path that my inward man was. It was once upon a time my inward man was jacked up and my outward appearance was good. So now it's time for both of them to get together and say, hey, how you doing? How you doing? So that's where I'm at with it. Um, the only thing I can, like I said, take time out for yourself. If it's no more than 10 minutes, do you in those 10 minutes. If you don't do nothing but sit and close your eyes, that's your time. Block off you some time, but just you. No, I'm not running no errands. No, I'm not sewing no shirts. No, I'm not washing no dishes. No, I'm not going to kick the kickball. I ain't doing none of that. This is my time to do absolutely Nathaniel. If I'm going to do something, then I'll do it. But it's still my time. I want to sit here and blow my nose. That's what I'm gonna do. So that's all I'm saying, y'all. You need some me time, okay? And don't feel guilty, because I used to feel guilty for taking me time. If I wasn't always doing something for everybody and all this and stuff, I feel like my life was a waste. And people they don't have a problem with using you as long as you want to be used, babes. For real. So you have to focus on you, make your mind up, and stand your ground. So I can only be me. I love being me. That's it. I make no apologies for being who I am. So, all right, you guys. I just wanted to come on there and tell you all about my DNC story and just to reiterate, be who you are. Be the best you can be. If you don't like some things about yourself, change them. First, you have to change your mind and your heart to follow. You ever heard that song about In Vogue that says, "Free your mind and the rest to follow"? That's true. You have to, when they talk about your soul, let me tell you what your soul is. Your soul is your mind and your intellect. So when they say your soul in the Bible, they're talking about your mind, okay? If you get delivered in your mind, everything else will follow. All you have to do is change your mind about your situation. Say, I don't want this anymore. I'm not going to stand for this anymore. And take baby steps. Like Will Smith said, put one brick down correctly. Just put a brick down. Make sure it's solid. And then after that, put another brick down. Before you know it, you'll have a wall. That'll be the starting step of building a brand new house for your life. But you got to start one brick at a time. So, okay, let's just say you drink and you don't want to drink no more. Say you drink every day. Why not take a drink every other day? And then finally, after a couple of weeks, start drinking once a week, or maybe on the weekends, and then tone it down to once a week until finally you don't have to have a drink. You maybe drink once a month. There's a way to do everything. You don't want to smoke? You tired of smoking? Okay. Pace yourself. See. All right, boos and boobettes and all you good people. This is your girl Coco929. I may be back on tomorrow, but I did want to leave this for you guys and just tell you to that own self be true. Okay? Be true to who you are. And once you're true to who you are, you'll see it really doesn't matter what everybody else thinks. Because you love you and you love who you are. Okay? All right, you guys. I'm about to go. Smooches.